Good morning, students. In the last video we have completed electric potential at a point, and finally we have got the equation V equals to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught charge by distance, that is Q by D. So in the equation we have got V equals to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by D because our source charge is positive. If I replace that source charge, positive charge, by negative, then our equation may be 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught minus Q by D. Because electric potential is a scalar quantity, while dealing the scalar quantity we must consider the nature of the charge. If it is positive we consider plus Q, if it is negative we consider minus Q. Hence, if I write the equation for negative source charge, the potential at a point V equals to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught minus Q by D. Because for scalar quantity we can consider the nature of the charge, hence the potential is a scalar quantity, we must consider the nature of the charge minus Q, that is nothing but nature of the charge. If it is positive you take plus, if it is negative charge you take minus, because of what? Potential is scalar quantity. In the next derivation we come across what? Electric potential due to a system of charges or multiple charges. We have derived the equation for electric potential due to a point charge. There is only one charge, that is source charge is plus Q. Hence we have got the equation V equals to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by D. Then I deal with electric potential due to system of charges. Electric potential due to system of charges, or multiple charges you can say it. So yeah, अब figure देखो. Now this is the point P where the electric potential is to be determined from the charges. Then I take the charge Q1. Now this is the position of the charge Q1, which is at a distance R1. Now this is the position of the charge Q2. What is the distance? R2. This is the charge Q3. What is the distance? R3. Then this is nth charge. Now this is the position of the charge. This is the charge Qnth. Its distance is Rnth. My aim is to calculate the electric potential at a point P due to what? This system of charges. So each charge is at a distance R1, that is the position of the charge Q1 from the point P. R2 is the position of the charge Q2 from the point P, and Q3 is the charge and its position from point P is R3, and nth charge at a distance Rnth from the point P. Then we know that electric potential at a point V equals to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught charge by distance. I write the sentence, charge by distance. Now this is my basic equation. Due to what? Single charge. I have got the multiple charges. Every charge gives its own potential. Due to charge Q1 at a point P, there is a V1. Due to charge Q2, there is a potential V2. Due to charge Q3, there is a potential V3. Due to charge Q3, there is a potential, that is nothing but nth charge, Vnth. Hence, the total potential at a point P due to the system of charges, therefore total potential at P due to the charges is total potential V. So due to first charge V1, due to second charge V2, due to third charge V3 plus dash dash due to nth charge Vnth. Hence the resultant potential at a point P due to the system of charges equals to sum of the individual potential due to the charges. Sum of the individual potential due to the charges, due to this is the potential due to first charge, this is the potential due to second charge, this is the potential due to third charge, and this is the potential due to nth charge. Are you getting the point? So because a scalar quantity we can add for scalar quantity we can add the things just like the numbers. If there is a vector quantity, then there is a direction factor. That is difficult. To deal the vectors we need what? Vector algebra. For scalar there will be no special algebra. Just like the ordinary algebra we can add the things. Are you getting the point? Then V1 is the result of what? Charge Q1, which is at a distance R1 from the point P. So 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. V1 is the result of what? Charge Q1 due to distance R1. V2 is the result of what? Charge Q2, which is at a distance R2. V3 is the result of what? Q3, distance R3 plus dash dash. Last step for nth charge, that Vnth is the result of nth charge corresponding distance Rnth. Are you getting the point? Then what is the common here? 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. Then shall I write Q1 by R1 plus Q2 by R2 plus Q3 by R3 plus dash dash Qnth by Rnth. गौर से इक्वेशन देख लो, सिंपल है, कुछ भी नहीं है. Then I write it systematically in the form of what? Summation. Hence final equation V equals to, लिख सकता हूँ मैं, 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught summation. कहाँ से स्टार्ट हुआ? 1. एंड कहाँ से हो रहा? n. I equals to 1 to I equals to n. Then Qi divided by Ri. So I equals to 1, Q1 by R1, I equals to 2, Q2 by R2, last n Qnth by Rnth. This is your final equation. Gaur. Now this is the equation, that is electric potential due to a system of charges. Right? Figure को गौर से understand कर लो. So already we have studied that electric potential due to a point charge at a point. V equals to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught, charge by distance. That is our base. Right? अब फिगर डालने के बाद एक 4 लाइन लिखना आप लोग. फिगर अच्छी तरह से डाल लो. Now this is a point P where the potential is to be calculated due to what? Number of charges, multiple charges. Each charge is having its position R1 from Q1, R2 from Q2 point P, and Q3 is at a distance R3 from point P, and charge Qnth is at a distance Rn from point P. Then एक 4 लाइन लिखो. Consider a point P where the electric potential is to be determined due to the system of charges Q1, Q2, Q3 dash dash Qn, and their positions are R1, R2, R3 dash dash Rnth. We know that the electric potential at a point due to a point charge 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon charge by distance. Then electric potential is a scalar quantity. Hence the total potential at a point P or the resultant potential at a point P due to the system of charges is sum of the individual potential due to the charges. Then V1 is the result of charge Q1, which is at a distance R1, 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon constant. V2 is the result of charge Q2, which is at a distance R2 from the point P, 1 divided by 4 pi constant, like this. After writing the equation, 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon is the common factor. What are the things to be remain in the bracket? Q1 by R1, Q2 by R2, Q3 by R3 plus dash dash Qnth by Rnth. So I write in the systematic form, then in the form of what? Summation. I equals to sum of I equals to 1 to I equals to, because starts from 1 and ends with n. Starts from 1 ends with n. Shall I write I equals to, इसको भी लिख सकता हूँ मैं, नहीं लिखे तो that should be understood. I equals to 1 to I equals to n. First point, first 1 Q1 by R1, 2 डाले I equals to 2, Q2 by 2, n डाले Qnth by Rnth. Now this is the electric potential due to a system of charges. राइट। एक बार गौर करो, 4 लाइन का डेरिवेशन है, राइट। देन आफ्टर दिस I go for electric potential due to dipole, that is general case. The point is neither on the axial line nor on the equatorial line. सर जनरल केस क्यों कंसिडर कर ले रहे हैं? एक्सियल लाइन पे कैलकुलेट करना था और इक्वेटोरियल लाइन पे कैलकुलेट करना था, जस्ट लाइक द इलेक्ट्रिक इंटेंसिटी ड्यू टू डाइपोल। वहाँ पे 2 डेरिवेशन करे सो है, एक्सियल लाइन पे भी करे सो और एक इक्वेटोरियल लाइन पे करे सो है। बट यहाँ पे हम लोग जनरल कंसिडर क्यों कंसिडर कर ले रहे हैं? देन आफ्टर द एंड ऑफ द डेरिवेशन वी कम अक्रॉस दैट, उसका आंसर आपको डेरिवेशन होने के बाद मिलेगी। Now this is a derivation made the simplest version. When you see the NCERT book, that is the most complicated, easiest way, right? Shall I go for electric potential due to dipole? General case. Electric potential due to dipole. Electric potential due to dipole. General case. It means the point is neither on the axial line nor on the equatorial line, right? Neat figure understand कर लो, 50% derivation is to understanding the figure only. आप मेरे पास खाली फिगर को अंडरस्टैंड करो, डेरिवेशन आपके पीछे अपने आप भाग के आ जाता, डोंट बाय इट, राइट। लेट मी ड्रॉ द नीट फिगर। Electric potential due to dipole, electric potential due to dipole, general case. The general case means the point is neither on the axial line nor on the equatorial line. So I go for dipole. What is dipole? 2 equal and opposite charges separated by a small distance. That small distance is nothing but 2L, right? Now this is the center of the dipole O. Wherever the existence of the dipole, there is the existence of the dipole moment P. That P is nothing but the product of magnitude of the either charge and separation distance between the 2 charges, and that P is nothing but Q into 2L here. अगर ये लिए बोले तो 2L रहता है, यहाँ पे हम लिए L लिए सो है, that is nothing but 2L. So to measure the distance, always we measure the distance from the center of the dipole. So I take the point, अगर यहाँ पे लिया axial line, अगर यहाँ पे ले इक्वेटोरियल, दोनों पे नहीं है मेरे को, जनरल है, I take the point P here. Now this is the A position, B position, इसको मैं C बोलता हूँ, मैं पॉइंट P नहीं बोलती, क्यों बोले तो P बोले तो इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल मोमेंट कंफ्यूज मत कर लो। The C is the point where the electric potential is to be determined, which is at a distance r meter from the center r. Now it makes a certain angle, that angle is nothing but theta with dipole axis. Are you getting the point? अगर यहाँ पे सीधा रखे, what is the theta? 0. अगर यहाँ पे सीधा रखे theta 90, it is neither on the axial line nor on the equatorial line. Theta is the angle made by the line joining the point from the center to the axis of dipole. So I need the electric potential at a point C due to positive charge and negative charge of the dipole. Now this is at a distance, certain distance from the positive charge, plus Q, and this is at a certain distance from the negative charge. Point C is at a distance, certain distance from the negative charge. I call this is R1 and this is R2, right? R1 is the position of the negative charge minus Q from the point C, and R2 is the position of the positive charge from point C. अब distance देख लिए, so AC is greater than what? BC. So I need what? Equal distance. Equal distance होना बोले तो मैं क्या करता हूँ मैं? From the point B I drop the perpendicular to the AC. I call this is D. Right? I drop the perpendicular BD on AC line. So this DC is nearly equals to what? BC. So DC is nearly equals to BC. Then what about this AD? So here DC equals to BC is equals to what? DC. Then what about AD? Shall I write this? Now this distance यहाँ से यहाँ तक, सो टोटल कितना है यहाँ पे, यहाँ तक, यहाँ से यहाँ तक R1 है. सो DC इज इक्वल टू व्हाट? BC, दैट इज R2. R1 माइनस R2. अगर आप इतना फिगर अच्छी तरह से कंसिडर कर ले, अच्छी तरह से समझ ले, देन डेरिवेशन एंड्स. नाउ दिस इज थीटा, दिस इज आल्सो थीटा, करस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल्स आर इक्वल. राइट, ए पे भी 90 डिग्री हो जाता है, इतना कंसिडर इधर कर ले. दिस एंगल इज इक्वल टू दिस. राइट, देख लो फिगर. नो दिस इज माय फिगर. राइट, सो आप इसके बजाय आप इतना डिस्टेंस भी लिख सकते हैं. सो इंस्टेड ऑफ मेकिंग दिस फ्लावर ब्रैकेट, यू कैन मेक दिस डिस्टेंस इज R1 माइनस R2. दिस डिस्टेंस इज नथिंग बट R1 माइनस R2. कंफ्यूज मत कर लो, ये दोनों के बीच में लिख देता हूँ मैं. सो R1 माइनस R2. राइट, आर यू गेटिंग द पॉइंट? फिगर अच्छी तरह से समझ लो. अगर फिगर समझ ले, डेरिवेशन इज. नाउ दिस इज द इजीएस्ट डेरिवेशन व्हेन यू कंपेयर व्हाट एनसीईआरटी टेक्स्ट बुक डेरिवेशन. राइट, शैल आई गो फॉर द डेरिवेशन? और डेरिवेशन करने से पहले एक 4 लाइन लिखो फिगर को. कंसीडर एन इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल ऑफ डाइपोल मोमेंट P and O is the center of the dipole. Let C be the point which is at a distance r from the center of the dipole, which makes an angle theta with the dipole axis, where R1 and R2 are the position of the charge minus Q and plus Q of the electric dipole as shown in the figure. Right? Then there is the existence of electric potential at C due to the charge minus Q. There is the existence of the electric potential at C due to charge plus Q. Hence there are two potential. Due to negative charge, I call the potential V1 at C. Due to positive charge, I call the V2 at C. Therefore, total potential, therefore total potential at C due to dipole charges. What are the two charges of the dipole? Minus Q and plus Q. So V equals to V1 is the result of what? Potential due to negative charge. V2 is the result of positive charge. Right? So potential V equals to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. V1 is the result of what? Negative charge. We must consider the nature of the charge. What is the distance? R1 plus 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught, charge by distance. What is that charge? V2 के लिए Q, distance R2. Then I write positive first 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. एक Q लिया यहाँ पे, Q बाहर लिया. I take Q by R2 first, 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught, Q by R1. राइट, पॉजिटिव पहले लिख दो, बाद में नेगेटिव लिख दो. मैं कॉमन ले लो. Q डिवाइडेड बाय 4 pi epsilon naught कॉमन आ गया, बचा क्या? 1 by R2 minus 1 by R1. You take the LCM. V equals to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R1 minus R2 divided by R1 R2. क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई R1 minus R2 R1 R2. एक बार इक्वेशंस को गौर कर लो. कुछ भी नहीं किया सो है. neatly understanding the figure. Then you write the equations. Are you getting the point? Then I need R1 minus R2. Consider a triangle. Consider a triangle. कौन सा? ADB, right angle triangle है. I need R1 minus R2. Now this R1 minus R2 is nothing but adjacent side for this theta. So adjacent side बोले तो cos concept. Cos theta equals to adjacent side AD by hypotenuse AB. What is AD? AD क्या है? R1 minus R2. What is AB? That is nothing but 2L. सही है? आप इक्वेशन में डालो. Hence, ऑलरेडी इक्वेशन आपके पास है. So V equals to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. I need R1 minus R2 और एक स्टेप बना लेंगे यहाँ पे. So therefore R1 minus R2. Shall I make the cross multiplication? 2L cos theta. This is what required equation. अब यहाँ पे सब्स्टिट्यूट कर सकता हूँ मैं. Therefore, hence लिख सकता हूँ मैं V equals to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R1 minus R2 2L cos theta divided by R1 R2. फिर R1 R2 बचे. Then what is the, you want to remove that R1 and R2. So if I consider the point C far away from the dipole, और यहाँ पे थीटा है, डिस्टेंस R है. अगर यहाँ पे पोजिशन देखे Q1 और Q प्लस Q और माइनस Q डाइपोल का, वन इज R1 पोजिशन, अनदर वन इज R2 पोजिशन. आप कंडीशन ले तुम्हें, इफ point C is far away from the dipole, then देखो एक सिंपल फिगर डाल ले तुम्हें. ये यहाँ पे फिगर आपको समझाता हूँ मैं. ये माइनस क्यू है, प्लस क्यू है, ए इधर है सी पॉइंट. दिस इज नथिंग बट कंसिडरेबल डिस्टेंस. ए और बी पोजीशन, 8 पोजीशंस हो गए. आर ए R1 R2. अगर पॉइंट को इधर बढ़ा दिया मैंने, ये भी डिस्टेंस बढ़ते. अगर पॉइंट को इधर ले लिया, डिस्टेंस R1 R2 और R वो भी बढ़ जाते हैं. एट ए पर्टिकुलर पोजिशन एट फार अवे व्हाट हैपन्स? R1 इज इक्वल्स टू R2 इज इक्वल्स टू R. पूरे क्या हो जाते? दे आर नथिंग बट व्हाट, एक दूसरे को नजदीक आ जाते हैं. व्हेन द पॉइंट C is taken far away, then when you goes on extending the line, what happens? R1 is nearly equals to R2 is equals to R. पूरे एक लाइन के अंदर आए जैसा हो जाता. Then shall I replace the term? V equals to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Q into 2L cos theta R1 R R2 R. Q into 2L P, final equation. Therefore V equals to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught Q into 2L is P cos theta divided by R square. Are you getting the point? Q into 2L is equals to P. सही है? Because Q into 2L is nothing but dipole moment P. Now this is your equation, 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught P cos theta divided by R square. Now this is electric potential due to dipole. The point C is neither on the axial line nor on the equatorial line. अब यहाँ पे सर हम दो डेरिवेशन क्यों नहीं करें, आप एनालाइज कर सकते हैं. इफ द पॉइंट सी इज सेकन ऑन द एक्सियल लाइन देन थीटा इक्वल्स टू ए लाइन इधर हो गया, थीटा इक्वल्स टू 0, cos 0 इक्वल्स टू 1, v इक्वल्स टू 1 डिवाइड बाय 4 पाई एप्सिलॉन p by r square. There is the existence of electric potential due to dipole on the axial line. What is that equation? V equals to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught p by r square. On the axial line, theta equals to 0, cos 0 equals to 1. If I take the point C on the equatorial line, theta equals to 90 degree, cos 90, 0, potential is 0. There will be no existence of the potential on the equatorial line. आप इक्वेटोरियल लाइन पे डेरिवेशन करें इंडिविजुअली, लास्ट को आंसर 0 आ रहा, तो डेरिवेशन करके फायदा क्या है. Hence we go for the general case, then we substitute the values for the axial line and equatorial line. अगर आप axial line पे कैलकुलेट करना चाहें, theta equals to 0 डालो, then there is existence of electric potential on the axial line, that is equals to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught p by r square. आप इक्वेटोरियल लाइन पे ले लिए, थीटा इक्वल्स टू 90 डिग्री, then cos 90 is 0, then there will be no existence of electric potential on the equatorial line. Hence we have done the derivation by considering general case. मालूम हो गया क्यों लिए बोल के. There is existence of electric potential only on the axial line. तब क्या लेते आप axial line पे लिए बोले तो थीटा 0 लेते, then electric potential on the axial line is 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught p by r square, अपने आप आ जाता. Now this is our derivation. गौर से देखो एक बार. Now this is electric potential due to dipole, that is the general case. The point is neither on the axial line nor on the equatorial line. Clear है? Yes. Now this is the easiest derivation for the electric potential. आप NCERT books देखे, unnecessary had made the complication. Now this is the easiest way. We can easily understand it. आप एक ही condition है यहाँ पे. When the point C is far away from the dipole, then R1 is nearly equals to R2 is equals to R. R1 is nearly equals to R2 is equals to R. Right? Right? इसके बाद I come across the last thing of the potential concept that हम potential energy वगैरह calculate कर सकते हैं next. So equipotential surface, नाम के अंदर ही definition है, निकाल दो इसे. Yes, equipotential surface. What is that? Equipotential surface. Equi means what? Same or equal. The name itself indicates that the surface where the potential is same at all the points on the surface, then such surface is called equipotential surface. और इसके क्या क्या properties है, importance क्या है देखो. Right? I come across what? Next thing, equipotential surface. Equipotential surface. Equipotential surface. Then how to define it? Equipotential surface is defined as the locus of the points where the potential is the same, then such surface is called equipotential surface. The locus of points where the electrical potential is same is called equipotential surface. Locus means position of the particles. Then second definition, equipotential surface is the surface where the potential is same at all the points. Equipotential surface is the surface where the potential is same at all the points, then such surface is called equipotential surface. और एक definition दिए, if the potential difference between any two points on the surface is equals to 0, then such surface is called equipotential surface. If the potential difference between any 2 points on the surface is equals to 0, then such surface is called equipotential surface. Right? The locus of the points where the potential is same, then such a surface is called equipotential surface. और ये नहीं बोलना चाहे equipotential surface is the surface, equipotential surface is that surface where the potential is same at all the points, then such surface is called equipotential surface. Or if the potential difference between any 2 points on the surface is equals to 0, then such surface is called equipotential surface. आप कौन सा easy हो जाता वो definition दे दो. Then what are the examples? जब आप locus लिए सोए, then I consider a circle and a charge placed at the center. Plus q तो ले लो, minus q ले लो. So now यहाँ पे distance measure करें. Now this is the position of the part, locus of the particle, locus of the points where the potential is same. यहाँ पे लिए, if the distance is same, then the potential is same. Now this surface is called equipotential surface. A circle where the charge placed at the center is example for equipotential surface. A charged conductor acts as a equipotential surface. Third example, if I take the uniform electric field, if the set of electric lines of forces are parallel, equispaced, and they are in the same direction. Now this is nothing but what? Uniform electric field. If I take the surface such that, now this is what? Equipotential surface. Example. Right? Uniform electric field. कहीं पे भी points ले लो, electric field same है. Now this region indicates what? Equipotential surface. Are you getting the point? अगर आपको पोटेंशियल सेम रहना, आप इक्वेशन ले लिए V equals to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught charge by distance, 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught constant, Q constant, V is inversely proportional to distance. If the distance is maintained constant, potential is also constant. Hence, the locus of the point where the potential is the same, then that surface is called equipotential surface. Now this is the locus of the point, the locus of the points, position of the points. Distance सब तरफ same है. Now this act as a equipotential. As the distance is same, potential is also same. Right? Then, what are the properties belongs to equipotential surface? Any line drawn to the equipotential surface, then such line is called equipotential line. Any line drawn to the equipotential surface, then such line is called equipotential line. Second property, the electric lines of forces are perpendicular to the equipotential surface. The electric lines of forces are perpendicular to the equipotential surface. Third point, the electric field is always perpendicular to the equipotential surface. वो electric lines of forces बोले थे, आप इधर क्या बोल रहे हैं? Electric field. The electric field is always perpendicular to the equipotential surface. Then the last and most important property, the work done to move the charge on the equipotential surface is equals to 0. What is the work done on the equipotential surface? 1 mark question. That is 0. Work done to move the charge Q on the equipotential surface is equals to what? 0. So I want to prove it. What is the amount of work done on the equipotential surface? The amount of work done on the equipotential surface while moving the charge is equals to 0. So we know that V equals to W by Q. When the charge is moved in between the 2 points, that is nothing but potential difference, dV. dV equals to W by Q. So W equals to dV into Q. There are the 2 points the charge is moved. One position is potential V1, another potential is V2. So when the charge is moved from one position to another position, so that is V1 minus V2 or V2 minus V1. But for equipotential surface, what happens? V1 equals to V2. Therefore, W equals to, that is V1 minus V1 into Q, that is nothing but 0 into Q0. Work done on the equipotential surface is equals to 0. Work done on the equipotential surface is equals to 0. When you displace the charge from one position to another position on the equipotential surface, whatever the amount of work is to be done, that is equals to what? 0. Now this is the concept of what? Equipotential surface. Right? Now these are the things belongs to what? The potential concept due to what? Multiple charges. Electric potential due to dipole, that is nothing but a general case derivation. Then equipotential surface. So in the next class we come across what? Potential energy due to system of 2 charges and 3 charges. Right? Then we come across what? The potential energy due to dipole. Are you getting the point? So अगर आपको कहीं पे डेरिवेशन में कहीं दिक्कत है तो कमेंट बॉक्स पे लिख सकते हैं, देन वी कैन सॉल्व योर प्रॉब्लम. अगर डेरिवेशन में समझ में और एक बार डेरिवेशन बोल के क्लियर कर देंगे. नाउ दीज आर द थिंग्स वी हैव डील्ड टुडे. राइट? सो आप एक बार पूरा गौर से देखो वीडियो फर्स्ट से लास्ट तक. और कहीं पे भी आपको डाउट है, यू कैन राइट इन द कमेंट बॉक्स. इज इट क्लियर? लेट मी कंटिन्यू विद द नेक्स्ट क्लास. Potential is due to system of 2 charges and 3 charges and next concepts. Is it clear? Okay. Let me continue in the next class. Thank you.